It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. The grand aim of all science is to cover the greatest number of empirical facts by logical deduction from the smallest number of hypotheses or axioms. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. It stands to the everlasting credit of science that by acting on the human mind, it has overcome man's insecurity before himself and before nature. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. The only source of knowledge is experience. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Information is not knowledge. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. True art is characterized by an irresistible urge in the creative artist. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. I am not only a pacifist, but a militant pacifist. I am willing to fight for peace. Nothing will end war unless the people themselves refuse to go to war. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems, for issues concerning the treatment of people are all the same. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. It is my conviction that killing under the cloak of war is nothing but an act of murder. I do not believe that civilization will be wiped out in a war fought with an atomic bomb. Perhaps 2/3 of the people of the earth will be killed. All these primary impulses, not easily described in words, are the springs of man's actions. I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. It is time to go. I will do it elegantly. True religion is real living. Living with all one's soul, with all one's goodness and righteousness. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. The release of atomic energy has not created a new problem. It has merely made more urgent the necessity of solving an existing one.